Pedro Pascal might be the biggest psyop of modern Hollywood. This is the left agenda trying their absolute best to convince you what masculinity is supposed to be. They put him in everything, and people are losing their minds. Also, Pedro Pascal might be going to jail, but more on that another time. Most importantly, you should be subscribing, because we're making fun of retards today. And today's retard is Pedro Pascal. Pedro, as we call him. Film updates posts. Wow. Spike Jonze is a theory as to why so many people connect to Pedro Pascal. I think he's what we want in masculinity. And then they show this epic picture of Pedro Pascal. Now, this dude, I'm not gonna lie. Pedro Pascal might be one of the most woke virtue signalers of all time, and suspiciously, they put him everywhere. Now, please don't use masculinity and Pedro Pascal in the same sentence, because I think anyone that's seen him at all knows the reality. All right, everyone that's seen Pedro Pascal knows that Pedro Pascal is a much more accurate title. All right? This dude is not peak masculinity. Not trying to be rude here or anything. Not trying to insult Pedro, but there is a lot to go through. So, I think it's important to start at the very beginning. So this is Pedro Pascal looking earnestly at the people and saying something so real.
I want people to be safe and to be protected, and I want very much to live on the right side of history. And I'm an immigrant. My parents are refugees from Chile. I myself was a refugee. We fled a dictatorship, and I was privileged enough to grow up in the U.S. and
nice.
And after asylum in Denmark, and if it weren't for that, I don't know what would have happened to us. And so I stand by those protections always.
Yeah, I also do, by the way. I absolutely think so. You should try your best to immigrate to America legally in any way that you can. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, you go to Alligator Alcatraz, baby. Alligator Alcatraz. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody loves Alligator Alcatraz. There is nothing like Alligator Alcatraz, baby. Yeah, coming soon, says the Department of Homeland Security. Alligator Alcatraz. The first group of illegal immigrants are already there. Huge W. Anyway, whatever. We're not talking about that today. That's not the point. The Gator Gulag has its first customer. So, of course, Pedro Pascal needs to come out and be so brave and talk on behalf of the poor, tragic, illegal immigrants that are going to be deported. This is so sad. And everyone's, sitting there and crying and screaming. Of course, Pedro Pascal did get backlash because this is the most virtue signal grift woke take of all time. Where are the celebrities crying for all of these women who were raped and killed by illegal immigrants? Showing these pictures of women that were murdered and killed by illegal immigrants. Because that happened. Suspiciously enough, no one seems to care. However, Pedro Pascal is another one of those random bullshit fake people that is gonna sit there and say the thing that the agenda wants you to hear. But I'm gonna tell you some real advice right here. You are getting real advice from this cringe, retarded-looking anime guy, okay? Alright? Are you ready? Empathy for the cruel is cruelty to the innocent. And I think that this is weaponized, misplaced empathy that is being utilized for nefarious purposes to push agendas. There is a reason why a country has borders and a country has laws. If you break the laws and break into the country illegally, get the fuck out. And everyone could self-deport. Anyone could deport themselves at any time. Trump has made it that anyone can say, hey, I would like to leave. They will be given $1,000 and a free plane ticket back to the country that they came from. So all the people that are getting deported are people that failed to self-deport and also broke the law and broke into my country. And I am paying taxes, paying for their welfare, their social security and all that shit. They're stealing my money, and I don't fuck with that. I'm sorry, I don't. All right, listen. So back from whence you came, 1000%. So Pedro Pascal started his grift virtue signal arc ever since Trump showed up, and ever since then, they have been pushing him everywhere. Diabolical levels of Pedro Pascal. This is, as you can see, Pedro Pascal and Sarah Paulson on the press night of Evita, starring Rachel Ziegler. Weird. You know, Rachel Ziegler, everyone's favorite actress, known for fucking with Hollywood. Now, look at this guy, all right? Look how weird he is. You're gonna tell me this isn't weird? Look at him rubbing her. And she looks awkward as shit. Look at her face. And he's just rubbing her, bro. Oh, what is happening here?
Pedro!
Like, I don't know, man. That's some weird shit. It really is, man. What is this? It's the fucking lefty to spineless woke bullshit grifter pipeline. I don't know, man. That's like some Biden sniff energy. So anyway, this is Naughty Dog. It's a gaming studio that's making The Last of Us to the Naughty Dog community. We wanted to let you know that the solo head Neil Druckmann delivered the following message. He made the difficult decision to step away, blah, 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 blah. And this is what Pedro Pascal had to say about it. At the 2025 DICE Summit, Druckmann shared a conversation he had with the co-star Pedro Pascal. What did Pedro say? He was frustrated with Druckmann's directing on the show. As Druckmann recalls, Pascal asked him, "Do you like art?" Which is like, okay, cool. Again, I don't like The Last of Us 2. I thought The Last of Us Season 2 was dog shit, but damn, that's diabolical. Now, people are starting to meme everywhere because Pedro Pascal is in fucking everything right now. My wife got an ultrasound today, and wouldn't you know it, Pedro Pascal was in the film. Crazy. Dude's just showing up everywhere, unannounced. No one knew. He's there. There's Pedro. All right, now the crazy thing is, Pedro posts these videos, man, and every time I see Pedro Pascal, I want to Pedro pass out, bro. This is not masculinity, man. This is the opposite of masculinity. Like, this is what your girl looks like when she wakes up in your house and she puts on your sweater, man. Like, what is going on? What is with these socks and shorts on the... Like, dude, this is some shit, man. Oh, my... These are real images, by the way. These are not, like, AI generated. Like, Pedro Cuckman came out there to really start posting how much he respects reality. Now, Pedro, not this guy over here, Milo, I think this is Milo Yiannopoulos, he says Pedro Pascal screams infant rapist, which is crazy. I don't, like, that's definitely a tweet. But a lot of people seem to share that sentiment. There's a lot of weird Pedro Pascal shit. Now, this is pop base, okay? Massive, best source for pop culture, whatever. Rachel Ziegler says, all right, red flag, Pedro Pascal stood up from his seat after every number of her performance in Evita. Every time Rachel Ziegler showed up, all right, every time Rachel Ziegler showed up, he gave a standing ovation in the theater, okay? This is forced as shit, okay? Come on, stop. And Evita is like the gayest new movie of all time. Like, dude, he goes to bat for me in a way that I love so dearly. During Rainbow High, I wonder what that was a song about. He stood up and clapped, and that's when I spotted him for the first time. You are such a fucking grifter, bro. It's crazy. Levels of Hollywood shill no one has ever seen before. All right, come on, dude. Like, people keep posting. This is Pop Crave, okay? Another one of these fucking pop culture places. Bella Ramsey, all right, Bella Ramsey, most beautiful woman of all time, tells Vanity Fair that they dislike the daddy label for Pedro Pascal. Interesting. I feel worried for him. I want to protect him from the whole joke of becoming the internet's daddy. I was like, I don't want everyone to refer you as that. And people are like, bro, there is something really sinister and creepy about Pedro Pascal. Look at this photo, bro. Why would he post this photo with the mirror? What are you, a Twitch e-girl? What are you, an e-girl, bro? What are you doing? Oh my lord. Oh my god. It's crazy. So anyway, Sydney Watson made a video saying, I'm sick of Pedro Pascal. And I agree. I am also sick of this man. I don't care. He was definitely cool as Prince Oberyn in Game of Thrones. But ever since then, he started woking. He started going onto all these shows to virtue signal, talk about illegal immigration. He keeps talking about how Trump is bad. And suspiciously, at the same time as he's going through the random bullshit of just talking the talk and walking the walk, and saying all the correct things to appease the retards, he's everywhere. He's pushed absolutely everywhere. So I wanted to see what's actually going on. Lock in, boys and girls. And let's not forget, let's up those numbers. Definitely subscribe, hit a like. Let's go.
Let's see your nails first.
Oh, yes, of course.
Let's see your nails. Pinnacle of masculinity, by the way. Hollywood is trying their best to sell this guy as the pinnacle of masculinity. Dude, I do not need a bunch of gay guys and weird creatures and cretins that are existing in the Hollywood sphere to explain to me what masculinity is all about, okay? With all due respect, you are the worst person to take advice from.
They're very nice. Yeah, they're very beautiful.
They are such very beautiful nails. Such beautiful nails. Dog! Bro, sitting there in his fucking Fred Jones cosplay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I am your cool slutty daddy.
I'm telling you, every time you see a clip of me, he is the opposite of masculinity. Bro!
Yes, yeah, they're very beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I am your cool slutty daddy.
I am your cool slutty daddy, bro! It's insufferable that they keep pushing this shit. Dude, and they you have your average girl, they're like, I don't understand, why aren't men masculine anymore? Anyway, let's push this shit on people. Oh my god.
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm a heartthrob.
I don't know.
I am a heartthrob. Who fucking says that, bro? Like, this is crazy. The narcissism.
Why this guy makes me so uncomfortable.
Nux can't handle gay energy. It's his kryptonite. Maybe it's my kryptonite. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna deny it, but my soul puked a little bit, okay? Stop packaging this as masculinity and putting it everywhere.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell.
Okay.
And as per usual, before we launch in, today's video is sponsored by Fume. So usually when I decide to cover a person or a celebrity, I will often go and watch hours and hours and hours of their interviews or...
Yeah, but this time, it happens against your will, because he's everywhere! He is an unstoppable force!
Footage or whatever, and after doing that, usually one of two things happen. I realize the person is actually totally fine, likable even, and I don't trash them.
Now, there is something diabolical going on with Pedro Pascal. There really is. There really is something creepy going out about Pedro Pascal. Like, you have to acknowledge the fact that the woke grifter to popular Hollywood person pipeline is so real. Like, you're not gonna tell me that it's a coincidence that, like, dude, all these things are happening at the same time. You have to understand something. This is how you know that it's, this is me explaining why we should be deporting people that are illegal in the country. Pay no attention to that. That's a funny coincidence, yeah. Holy, Pedro Pascal would not approve of that. Like, you have to realize. All right, so here you have your new, the face of Hollywood. All right, so this is the face of Hollywood. All right, so he's everywhere. He's in all the shows. You can't escape him. All right, you cannot escape from this guy. He is inescapable. All right, he's inescapable. You cannot escape. You cannot escape from this guy. He is, quote unquote, being framed as masculine. Because, as you know, the left has quite a big problem when it comes to actually attracting masculine people. Masculine. All right? They're trying their best. The left has a problem when it comes to attracting masculine people. In fact, the men of the country elected Trump. All right, so they push. He's the new masculine because that's what he's trying to get you. All right. So you get some weird. You get some interesting. Let's just call it. Woke. All right, he is all the right levels of woke. Right, he has his interesting mannerisms. He's anti-Trump. All right, obviously that comes with the thing. Of course, he's anti-Trump. All right, now he's in all the shows. Like, he checks all the boxes. All right, so he's white passing, right? He looks white enough to get white people involved, all right? But he's not white. He's from Chile, all right? He's not white. Right? He checks the actual boxes. All right, this is a psyop. Right? They are manufacturing and laundering this person, okay? right? Like it's like he's sort of white and he is cool. He's masculine, but he's also the opposite of masculine. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like you've got the bro, you have to understand what I'm talking about here. Like, this is obviously some laundering shit.
For the rest of you. Or I end up hating them more than I originally did. And the latter is what has happened here with relation to Pedro Pascal.
All right, let's go.
Which I'm sure surprises none of you. It seems like absolutely every time I turn around, this guy is all over my feed.
Yeah, he's
Whether
everywhere.
it's him taking digs at author JK Rowling, recently calling her a bully and a heinous loser, standing up for trans rights while routinely posting passive-aggressive pictures on Instagram and
bro, you see what I mean? You see what I mean, right? You see what I mean?
this guy is all over my feed. Whether it's him taking digs at author JK Rowling.
Oh my god, it's so pathetic, it's unreal. Every single, but you see the thing is, you can't just get a Hollywood actor that's famous. You can't get a Hollywood actor that's famous, and quiet, right? Every Hollywood actor that becomes famous and ends up in every single show, suspiciously and coincidentally, is following all the classic talking points. Like, guys, come on.
Recently calling her a bully and a heinous loser.
A bully and a heinous loser? Holy.
Standing up for trans rights while routinely posting passive-aggressive pictures on Instagram.
A world without trans people has never existed and never will. And he posts this on Instagram. Bro, you are such a virtue signaler. It's insane. Oh my god. I hate fake people so much. It's one of my biggest pet peeves is just fake people. I hate fake people.
Instagram and calling people out who disagree with him. Equating Trump supporters to Nazis.
There it is! Oh my god, I didn't even know we went that far!
And calling people out who disagree with him. Equating Trump...
Losers in 1865, the Democrats. Losers in 1945, the National Socialists. Losers in 2020. Oh, he got him! He got him, bro! Oh, he cooked him! Damn, oh shit!
Supporters to Nazis.
This is crazy, oh, by the way. I'm just saying. Actually insane. Like, directly comparing your every Trump supporter to Nazis. Like, it's such an obvious virtue signal grift. It's fucking insane.
Ah, yes, that one is very original. Or recently, these Vanity Fair...
Bro, what are these? It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so cringe. This is the opposite of masculinity, okay? Sitting there with your junk hanging out on some cushioned pink chair. Like, what are we talking about?
There are photos that are all over the place.
Oh,
which
I told you they were real.
Are meant to be sexy, but maybe I'm not the target audience.
What the shit is this? What is this?
It's because that's not my read here.
Bro, he a freak. Bro, he a freak. Oh my god. Dude. What is this clip?
Oh, and sexy, but maybe I'm not the target audience because that's not my read here. Oh, and also this Vanity Fair video because... Okay. I honestly have no...
times in the past 24 hours at rest.
Sir, don't worry. We got you, sir. Have you ever seen such a convenient LED sign?
That's what I want.
No idea who this is for. Anyway, if he isn't being artificially foisted upon the rest of us for his wonderful leftist opinions, then he's simply appearing in every other film or television.
See, but again, that's why I think it's an actual psyop. That's why I think it's an actual artificial piece of shit. Because not only is he coincidentally literally everywhere, right? Because you realize he's literally everywhere. So not only is he literally everywhere, but also he's pushing all the right talking points. Like, bro, tell me this dude isn't a complete fraud. Oh my god, I have to find that Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair, Pedro Pascal. I have to find that video with all these people with their hands on his face. Oh my fucking god, this is abysmal shit. Oh my lord, it's unreal. Oh my lord, it doesn't stop. What is this? Why is he doing this? Oh my god, he posts these himself. Nah, dude. No, stop. No, bro. What? That's crazy. I want to find the video. Oh, dude, there's so many of these images. I don't even want to share anymore with you. I have to find the one with the, oh my God! Bro, that's diabolical. Oh, it's 20 seconds long. It's 20 seconds of this. It's 20 seconds. Oh, bro, even got the DEI hands. Let's go. Every different race of hands. You got Asian hands, white hands, black hands. You got all the hands. Like, this dude is absolutely trying to grift to, like, a 15-year-old girl audience. There is no doubt in my mind. Yeah, what a horrible day to have eyes. Holy shit.
Sure. I'm starting to understand why they call it Pedro Pascal fatigue. Because I am tired. The Last of Us, which was so improperly cast. Fantastic Four, also improperly.
I told you, he is everywhere! He is everywhere! He's Reed Richards in Fantastic Four. Reed Richards.
Casts the new Materialist movie, which brings about its own wave of interviews where he says even more leftist-based things and does even more performative behavior that then gets written about by media outlets.
Oh my God, he's such a grifter! I hate the virtue signal shit. I hate it so much. Like, it's, first of all, it's so obviously fake and performative, but also it's like Hollywood found the correct meat puppet to shove their hands in. Right? The executives there, whoever's fucking running shit, they put their hands up his ass to move his lips to say the correct shit at all times. Like, no one is falling for this, bro.
And around in circles we go. Like,
they're gonna find some old clip of him being sexist and he's gonna lose his life.
Back in May, for example, when he made comments at the Cannes Film Festival about illegal immigration.
I want people to be safe and to be protected.
Please be safe, please be protected. I don't care if you're being hurt by illegal immigrants, because those guys need to be a place in America as well.
And
please.
And I want very much to live on the right side of history. And
the right side of history? Not only is he virtue signaling and grifting, but he's trying to say that anyone that doesn't have his exact ideology is also living on the, they're all living on the wrong side of history. They're all Nazis. Just a little group of Hitlers over there that voted for Trump and want to deport illegal immigrants.
And I'm an immigrant. My parents are refugees from Chile.
No one has any issues with immigrants. Well, some people do. There's always your neo-Nazis. But people don't care about immigrants. Or people care about illegal immigrants. Legal immigrants, we love them. I do. I love legal immigrants. Dude. There is no one more based than legal Latinos. Those guys are fucking awesome. They're actually incredible. They're amazing. They're so based. Bro, a Latino that's legal in the country? God. Oh, dude. So based. It's crazy.
Chile. I myself was a refugee. We fled a dictatorship, and I was privileged enough to grow up in the U.S. and
You're so brave.
And after asylum in Denmark, and if it weren't for that, I don't know what would have happened to us. And so, I stand by those protections. Always.
To be honest with you all, this video really encapsulates why I don't like Pedro Pascal. This is a person who continually tells a borderline fake asylum story and positions himself as a meek, mild-mannered guy who's just expressing an opinion.
Wait, stop. He faked his backstory. He's the perfect leftist puppet. He is the perfect leftist puppet. That's crazy. He's perfect. He's just like AOC. Oh, I grew up in the Bronx. They found out that she grew up in Yorktown or whatever. Some rich neighborhood. All these people. Zoran Mamdani, right? The new guy running for mayor. Oh, I grew up so poor. His mother's a multimillionaire that made movies. All right, and then you get Hassan Piker, leftist, communist. Oh, everyone's treating me bad because I'm such a Muslim. Everyone hates Muslims. Turns out his father's a billionaire from Turkey. Like, dude, it's the same shtick every time.
He's just here to share with us why he wants to be on the right side of history. He just wants to help illegal immigrants and protest for trans rights. But to me, and it seems a lot of other people at this point, all of this feels very manufactured and contrived. Like, his PR team is working overtime to ensure that he is interpreted and perceived in a very specific way. He's probably a great fan of having chairs in the corner. If you don't get that reference, it's probably for the best. Since about 2020,
I get the reverence! Yeah, baby! No, dude absolutely likes it. He likes it thick and hard. Yep.
Pedro Pascal has been forced on the general population by
no, like, literally, this dude, he's like, actually, he's an industry plant. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Hollywood and the entertainment space in general.
He's the Ludwig of Hollywood.
And no matter where we go and what we do, we seemingly can't escape him. And I'm sure to begin with, people were pretty indifferent to him or thought that he was an A-OK actor. Like, for example, I really liked him in Game of Thrones.
Me too.
I genuinely was quite sad when his character got his face mushed in. Just a
Me too. He was great.
little bit of
I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched that episode on a plane. I was on a plane when his face got mushed in, and the second it happened, the person sitting next to me on the plane literally just jumped. And I realized they were watching it with me. And I was like, oh my God, that was crazy. Oh God.
But now his rapid rise from supporting actor to global star feels very forced.
It is so fake, bro. It is so forced.
With Hollywood and media outlets like Vanity Fair and MSNBC aggressively pushing him as a cultural icon. And I think
they're trying so hard. They're trying so fucking hard. No one cared about him. And then suddenly people started liking him. And they were like, yo, we could push this guy. All right, he's an immigrant. He's not white, but he looks white. We can say he's woke. All right, he'll start supporting the current thing.
I think it's gotten to the point where people are largely getting very irritated. Or at least I know that I am. And I like to pretend that everybody feels that
I am
do
with
all
you,
the time.
sister.
To be fair, though, I actually do see people saying on social media all the time, okay, enough is enough now. We're tired of this man who cannot grow any facial hair. Stop. Now, for whatever reason, Pedro Pascal is continually positioned as a sweet, sensitive, cuddly guy. He paints himself as meek and mild-mannered and goofy. In videos and interviews, he always seems to be making fun of himself or goofing off. But there's something
because he's just your classic man, am I right? He is what Hollywood wants men to be. A submissive, goofy guy that always makes fun of himself, but you know, they call him masculine, and you know, he's always so sweet, and he's woke, and he's fighting for trans rights and illegal immigrants. He can't grow a beard.
About it that doesn't ring super true. Like, he's always in character, and this is one of them. But I think that there are two primary things that fit together that annoy me so much about him and his overall coverage. Because Pedro Pascal seemingly became a big deal overnight,
True, by the way. No one ever heard of this guy 5 years ago. And now he's in everything. He is submissive and pathetic, and the media frames him as masculine, an icon for men. Dude, tell me this isn't some fraud.
Media, and I guess the entertainment space in general, has worked incredibly hard to position him and sell him as this new age symbol of masculinity, for one. And for two, the aforementioned, is because he is sensitive and emotional, and he's meek and mild-mannered, and I feel like I am being forced to find him attractive and appealing.
Yup.
But
that's the point. That is the point. This is what Hollywood's psyop all along. You don't understand something, okay? Hollywood used to be about making art, making good movies that people could like, people could see themselves in, people could look up to. At some point, Hollywood became message pushers. They were like, we are going to craft a world under our thumb. All right? Every single Hollywood movie you watch now is overflowing with messages. All right, you turn on Netflix, you watch anything for the last 5 years, that whole shit is literally just teaching you all sorts of shit. It's insane. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've seen a single movie or show come out of Hollywood over the last 5 years that didn't have gay sex? This is a hot take. I don't think there's one. I'm trying to think of, I can't think of a single one that didn't have a little bit of gay sex. Okay, I'm just saying, diabolical, perhaps. But the thing is, suspiciously, when it comes to what they're doing with Pedro Pascal, I feel like this is the new age of woke. Before, it was pushing it down your throat. It was really, really pushing it down your throat constantly. It is trying to get you to see the world the way they see it, right? You have people in fucking Star Wars chanting about trans rights, and it's like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, what are we doing here? This is Star Wars, bro. Space lesbians having children with witches, and the Jedi establishment are all evil. And then they're like, make the Jedi Order great again, and you're like, all right, dude, what the fuck is happening? What's going on? So, in my opinion, they were really pushing it down your throat as much as they possibly could. Now, people are rejecting it, they're losing money. So in my opinion, and you could, by the way, bookmark this video for the future, because in about 2 years, you will come back here and you'll say, I told you so. They are trying the exact same strategy, but as a psyop. As a psyop. That is going to be the new move. They are trying to push the same exact ideologies and thought processes. Woke is not dead. Woke has rebranded. The new woke is going to be this shit. It's going to be very subtle. It's going to be, inversing stereotypes while making believe that the stereotypes are not inversed. It's like saying, I'm Pedro Pascal. I'm a very masculine guy. The women like me. But also, I'm a big fan of sodomy. You know what I'm saying, bro? We have to have so much empathy for the illegal immigrants. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you have got to be ready for the psyop.
In 2020, he was labeled one of people's sexiest men alive. Around this time, he was also labeled as one of IMDb's biggest stars.
Yeah, interesting, right? From nobody to top 10? All right.
And then the media started working overtime to sell him as the ultimate progressive icon.
Yep.
Men's Health in 2023 called him a symbol of modern masculinity.
Like, dude, you've got to... Dude, it literally has Latinx in the article. That's how you know shit's a fraud. Like, come on, dude. A symbol of modern masculinity? Like, what are we doing? You want me to tell you what modern masculinity is? Modern masculinity is a guy that makes a living, that supports his family, that has a couple of children, that love and respect him. That's modern masculinity. All right, that's literally it. That's modern masculinity. Not this fake bullshit bougie shit going out there shaking your bahunkas. Dog, what the hell is that, bro?
For rejecting Latinx machismo and supporting his trans-identified sibling. Yes.
Bruh.
He has a trans-identified sibling. Are you surprised?
Oh my god, guys. Modern masculinity. It's all about fighting for people that would never fight for me.
No, not really. MSNBC in May 2025 praised his ethic of care for bashing Trump's deportation policies.
Wow, so much ethics.
And cuddling actor Oscar Isaac in an Instagram post.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's all about the psyop. Him cuddling with another dude. All right, listen, I'm just gonna be real here. And then they call him masculine for that. Listen, you wanna cuddle with dudes? Sure, whatever. Fuck that, bro. Do whatever the hell you want, brother. But let's not, like, label it as the pinnacle of masculinity, all right? And why is he always wearing pink?
Vanity Fair in June 2025 quoted a director called Spike. I'm not even gonna try with this last name, guys. I'm okay. Nope, we're not doing that. Who said that Pascal is what we want in masculinity?
Do you see what I'm saying? It's what we want in masculinity. We want men to be submissive, empathetic little blankets. That's what we want in masculinity. That is what they keep doing, and that's why they push this guy this hard.
And honestly, reading through all of these articles, it's like they all got the same. All these outlets got the same PR.
They got the same talking points every single time.
Memo to make Pedro Pascal the woke messiah. And these are just a handful of articles. There were so many when I was writing this video that I came across that all said the same thing. That Pedro Pascal is the picture of modern masculinity, that he's our internet daddy, that he's this sweet, meek, unassuming...
Like, and he's always wearing pink! He's always wearing pink. Bro. Like, you see what I mean? He's always wearing pink. What is going on?
Guy that we all love. Because he gets...
And he tells you, I am telling you, you love Pedro Pascal. You love him.
Anxious and holds actress Vanessa Kirby's hand at conferences because he's prepared to stand up for his trans sibling and fight JK Rowling with his pointy words. Because he's softly spoken and anxiously gripping himself when he speaks about illegal immigration. Like, give me a break. He speaks emotionally during interviews and...
Let me tell you the truth. The reality is, I feel so bad for the poor immigrants. They must go. But I have empathy on the right side of history. I don't know anything about the politics or the country. I don't care about the 300,000 children that were sex trafficked across the border that Biden had over his run. I don't care about any of them. Let them sex traffic the children. Who cares? They're just children. I focus a lot more on the cruelty of Trump and the Nazis following him. God, I heard they don't even want them to sex traffic children anymore across the border.
tells us how fragile and relatable he is.
Bella and I are like linked souls, and this was the ultimate manifestation of that as scene part.
Bro, linked souls? Hi, I'm a gaytheist. I don't believe in anything. Also, I have linked souls with this troll.
On this porch, and so we took such good care of each other and just kind of like lived in the pain of it the entire day.
Bro, that is pathetic, bro. That's some pathetic shit. What are we doing? And there I was, linking souls with Bella. Oh, the amount of soul bonding that we had. It was diabolical. I felt pain that day. And then I sat there on the porch for 72 hours thinking only of the pain suffered by other people.
I remember just being absolutely like emptied out by the end of that day.
Wow.
Because you're trying to make me nervous.
He's wearing pink.
Listen, I'm a vulnerable person and it works.
I don't know, maybe this is...
I'm such a vulnerable person, guys. Guys, look how vulnerable I am. I'm so vulnerable and empathetic, and I cry a lot. Also, I'm the pinnacle of masculinity. Listen, I'm not one of those guys that'll tell you men are not allowed to cry. I don't believe in any of that bullshit either. That's cringe on the other extreme, okay? But dog, what is going on? All right? Masculinity is when you are a giver, when you are giving people around you, when you are supporting people around you, okay? That's masculinity. Masculinity isn't, oh, I'm so emotional and a heartthrob, and oh, I'm so empty and so vulnerable. That's not masculinity. It's being a bitch.
Is a theater kid thing, but my God, I am begging you to use human words, not thespian speak. This, to me, almost feels like the equivalent of that Wicked interview that happened where one of those actresses, whose name escapes me right now, said that she was holding space for something and then everybody on the internet mocked her. That is what this is.
I don't remember that one.
He's holding space.
Oh,
Weak people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
What are they doing with their fingers? Oh, look at this shit. Look at this. What's happening here?
I didn't know.
Ah! What's going on? Oh my God, what?
What was happening?
All of it feels, once again, so contrived. And I think why I specifically am very bothered by this, I mean, there's a bunch of reasons, but one of them is because it's almost like we're being force-fed this idea that the Pedro Pascals of the world... And
that is what you need to be. That is what you need to be. You need to be like a Pedro Pascal. You need to be empty and also round, whole, but also short at the same time. respecting everybody, especially illegal immigrants, because they are better than you. They deserve shit more than you. Bro.
Pedro Pascal specifically is the ideal man. That this feminized version of masculinity is the correct one.
Yes,
and
absolutely. I told you, this is the psyop. The new psyop, bro, is the correct masculinity is femininity. That's it, baby. The best way to be a man is to be as womanly as you can.
Old masculinity is wrong. I want my men to be able to do a handful of very important things. Chop wood. That's what I want them to be able to do. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all you need, bro.
Till the soil.
All right.
Work in the mines.
I yearn for the mines.
Bring coal back to the house to start fires. I don't think Pedro Pascal.
Listen, what can I say? I said my woman does the coaling and wood chopping. All right, listen, I'll just be real. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I pay someone to do that.
Can do any one of those things. It is so hot today. I feel like I'm going mad. Pedro Pascal is not presented as a strong man.
Bro, is he wearing pink again?
And he's fragile. He's emotional. He grips himself while he speaks and stutters between words. The media goes on and on and on about how he cries easily and wears
Stop, please.
His heart on his sleeve. And here's the thing for me personally, over the years, my opinions about men and women and masculinity and femininity have definitely grown and changed.
The one time he doesn't wear pink, he has a pink pop filter for his microphone. This is crazy.
And I actually think that as a rule, for people, there's nothing wrong with understanding your emotions and being able to articulate them.
Yeah, obviously.
I actually think society would be a lot better off if people were better at this.
I completely agree, by the way.
But that isn't what Pedro Pascal does, and that isn't what he is. Pascal has taken aim at women fighting for our own spaces. This isn't a masculine thing to do, I'm sorry. He mocks and abuses anyone who thinks differently than him.
I mean, he says all Trump supporters are Nazis. Like, that's some pretty pathetic shit.
Comparing those on the right to Nazis. Although, you know, like, what else is new? And it is—
All right, the pop filter is not pink this time, but his headphones are!
Socially acceptable for him because he has the right opinions, the Hollywood accepted opinions. So all of this is passed off as charming and charismatic. He is able to do his activism and keep his job. Meanwhile, people like Gina Carano are fired and publicly lambasted for doing so much less. And as I'm saying it, I actually—
Well, I mean, that's the industry. You gotta have the correct opinions. No, for me, it's the whole psyop of it all that's so, like, disingenuous and annoying.
I think this is a really important point here. This is a person who is so public about his empathy and his compassion. He is so vocally about justice and social justice, and yet he is consistently throwing women under the bus.
Wait, actually?
He is consistently taking stabs at women who are fighting for other women.
Wait, what?
And he sat by and basically said
What do you mean, the JK Rowling thing?
absolutely nothing while Gina Carano was being dragged through the mud.
Of course not. He doesn't care. It's all a performance. He's an actor for a living. He is an actor for a living. What are you talking about, bro? He acts for a living. His job is making believe he's someone he's not. Okay? His job is saying lines written by smarter people. That is what he does for a living. You think he actually gives a shit? He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's paid to perform. He didn't care about any of these people. Dude, every single person that comes out and is like, I have so much empathy, it's overflowing, and I love it myself because of my empathy, and I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I have so much empathy because of how nice I am to people, and how much I love. I'm so whole and empty, and I love sitting with others in pain, you know? Like, anyone that talks like that, they are fake bitch. They are absolutely a fake bitch, and nothing they say should be taken even remotely seriously. Like, dude, saying that someone is open about their flaws, okay? But will never tell you their flaws is not open about their flaws. I'm so open about my flaws because I cry sometimes. That's not someone open about their flaws.
So Pedro Pascal isn't a symbol of new masculinity. He's simply what Hollywood and the entertainment industry have decided will replace the traditional version.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He is the automaton replacement of what a man is supposed to be according to Hollywood. 1000%.
In my opinion, and some of you are gonna think I'm so mean and being quite unkind here, but maybe I am, who's to say? In my opinion, it's this insipid, submissive, curated picture of male fragility, and I hate using terminology like that.
No,
It sounds
I think she's right.
very leftisty and flim-flammy to me, but that's kind of what it is. Like, I am sorry, but it is a little ironic and maybe a little bit laughable that we have this guy who's supposed to be this icon of masculinity, and yet he needs emotional support women to follow him around lest he have some anxiety. I even saw tweets about his recent Vanity
That is crazy. That's such a crazy call. Oh my god. It's like, I'll tell you, and by the way, I really do believe this is a classic leftist laundering shit. So you know Dean Withers? You ever heard of Dean Withers? Dean Withers is one of the biggest leftists in the world. He is one of the biggest leftists on the planet, by the way. This is a real thing, okay? He gets millions and millions of views on every single one of his videos on TikTok. All right, let me show you who I'm talking about. I'm sure you're gonna recognize him the second you see. In my opinion, it's manufactured, okay? So this is Dean Withers. He has millions of views on all of his videos on TikTok. He is like your classic leftist, modern American patriot. Yeah, he's a patriot. He fights for leftism and important things like that. Now, interestingly enough, this is a very recent video of him crashing the fuck out. They call him the bro whisperer because he is a leftist that's manly and that makes men actually want to be leftists. All right? Because he's the bro whisperer.
Pen. I'm sorry that I have anxiety. Okay, and honestly, yeah, it is kind of the fault of people like you that want to come up here and bully and berate me over something that I don't do. Okay, so cut the shit. It's not a vape. All right, it's an anxiety pin, and God, the amount of times that I've asked you to respect me and respect my anxiety pin is, at this point, getting ridiculous, Cody. So please,
justified crash out
for the final and for the billionth time, will you please just respect the fact that it's not a vape and that it's an anxiety pin?
It's a goddamn anxiety pen. Get it right.
What flavor is your vape?
Yo, you really got me.
Get the fuck. Just
for this.
Get the fuck out.
Get him out.
I hate women.
This is a real crash out. This is a soy rage crash out, by the way. Respect me and my anxiety pen.
Okay, get out. You get out too, you fucking weirdo. What? Dude.
What?
Do you vape?
Then the next guy says, do you vape? Right? Because he had a complete meltdown over someone asking him if he vapes.
Parker, do you vape?
No, it's a damn fucking anxiety pen. Okay.
What the fuck, dude? What? Okay, Joe, you suck. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next guest.
Yeah, so actual fucking crash out. Not even gonna lie. Insane crash out. And by the way, yes, this guy, the New York Times is propping up this guy. Could Dean Withers be one of the Democrats' TikTok bro whisperers? Dean Withers is part of an ecosystem of left-leaning influencers. Blah, 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 blah. No one cares. No one cares. He is the bro whisperer, according to the New York Times. Right, this guy's the bro whisperer, all right? You're, like, bro.
Yo, you really got me.
Get the fuck. Just, for the billionth time.
Right, this guy, all right, now, let me show you something. So I actually found this out pretty recently. This is Dean Withers. Before he was known as the bro whisperer, he tried to make Andrew Tate content. Like, showing the lifestyle to men.
While you guys are at home sitting on your asses, I just took a private jet out to LA with $1 million. And this rental passenger seats in a Coach duffel bag. Couple grand in the lap. I'm about to go drop it at Louis Vuitton. Living my dream life. What are you doing? Nothing. I posted that video not even 2 minutes ago and it already has 2 thumbs down.
You unbelievable unbelievable fake bitch. It's unreal. So he tried so hard to be like the really cool epic flex guy. I'm so cool and I'm so rich and I have my Bugattis. I have Bugattis. I'm so rich and based and cool and I pull women and I have money and private jets. And that didn't work. So he completely switches up, grifts all the way instead to be the bro whisperer, all right, one of the left bro whisperers. He has his complete and utter crash outs. It's these fake, fragile bitches that keeps getting pushed. They keep pushing these people. They're all frauds.
Fair photo shoot where people made the observation that his PR team is desperate to sell him as a
What are you wearing? Oh my God!
Reynolds type figure for the modern world, and I actually think that observation totally checks out. So I'll cap this off by saying the obsession with him doesn't actually seem to be around the fact that he's actually a masculine figure. It's that he's a guy in Hollywood who happens to have the right positions and opinions that Hollywood finds palatable that it can force on the rest of us. Then there is his actual behavior, and I think this is where his performative vulnerability and meekness really shines through. If you guys care to look at all, if you go on the internet, there are a ton of fan edits of Pedro Pascal that basically present him with almost this gay affect, which I think is supposed to be disarming for women, but really, I perceive this as kind of weird and a little creepy. For example, here are a bunch of videos of Pascal complimenting women's nails.
Bro, what the fuck? This is crazy. Why is there a compilation? This is serial killer shit, bro. What? Oh!
Let's see what you got, what you got.
What do you think?
Oh, this is, yeah, what a masculine guy.
Oh, they're gorgeous and glowing.
You want me to tell you the truth? You want me to tell you the truth? I've only complimented one woman's nails in my entire life. Okay? Mine. My woman's nails. Okay? My woman's nails. That's the only one. Okay? That's it. It's over. Stop. Literally stop. What is this shit? Bro thinks he's Kira from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is diabolical. Oh, my lord.
Ding, ding, because I'm obsessed with nails.
Yeah. Latter 30s, and I am dedicating. Your nails are awesome.
Ah!
So are yours.
Let's see your nails first.
Oh, yes, of course.
God, this is crazy.
Nice. Yeah, they're very beautiful. You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Can I just say one?
Someone in my chat said I compliment me. You go up to random women that you don't know and compliment their nails? Bro, stop.
Think that your nails.
I'll be honest. Can I tell you the truth? All right. I just don't compliment people's looks generally. I never compliment people's looks, like almost ever. I just don't do it. Like, it's not a normal thing that I do. Unless it's someone that I really, really, really care about. Specifically, one person. You don't go up to a random woman, hey, baby, nice tits. You don't do that shit. That's weird.
They bring out the color in your eyes. I'm not trying to flirt.
Oh my God, stop.
But it's so into. I've been. You can.
I'm not trying to flirt. Wow.
I've been kind of obsessing with everybody's. But you did that on purpose.
I
didn't
did
you?
that on purpose.
It
How
really
did I
works.
know?
It's very, very
It's
good.
because I bought this weird, really amazing metal ring, and I needed to
great-
find something to go with.
Yeah, this is the opposite of masculinity. I'm not gonna lie.
Great color.
Here's awesome. Hey, thanks.
Thank you so much. And as a fan of your nails, I would like you to show them to me, please. Oh, come on, please.
As you guys know,
Colors at the end.
I would like you to show them to me, please. Oh, come on, please.
as you guys
Oh, that's crazy, bro. This is diabolical. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. I really feel like this is...
You have to be alert when you cross the road. I'm sorry for the trouble.
No, I am in fact a nail girly. My tech is actually a man, so I come into contact all the time with people who compliment. I
have to show you the right clip.
Oh,
no! Ah! Can't unsee it, bro. I can't unsee it. Oh, Pedro, what have you done? Pedro! Oh, no.
Really nice, and both men and women do this, but let me tell you now. Men do not act like this when they see my nails. It's kind of funny because when I was
at least not straight ones. Straight men don't. Listen, I don't mind if Pedro is the fucking symbol of gay people. He could be a symbol of gay people, but they're really trying their best to launder masculinity in every possible way. Like, dude, what is going on? Oh my god, your nails are amazing. They bring out your eyes.
Showing my loved ones these clips of Pedro Pascal because I like to know if my perceptions of things are
I don't know, man. This literally, it's so weird. Maybe I'm just old school. Maybe I'm just an old school traditional fella, but this shit's weird, man. I save my compliments for one woman and one woman only, okay? I don't go around doing this shit. Holy crap.
Or in line with what other people are thinking, or if I'm completely off the planet. And each of them said, is this man gay? And I said, no, he's not.
How do you know?
And this isn't because straight men can't and don't appreciate nails. They can and they do. It's because it just comes off as disingenuous behavior. Every person I showed this to...
Your lips are amazing. They really bring out your nails. Dude.
Who also viewed this as disingenuous behavior, and maybe it is legitimate. Maybe he actually likes nails, but what is it? What mechanisms are at play here that make people read this as odd and strange and contrived?
Because it's not masculine. Because they are laundering masculinity. That is what they are doing. That is what Hollywood is trying their best to do, okay? They are laundering masculinity to try to trick you into thinking, yes, being open and vulnerable, heart on your sleeve, weak and submissive, that is what makes a man, all right? Stop.
And I want to remind you all that this is a 50-year-old man who routinely behaves like a teenage girl. The same goes for the way that he interacts with female.
No, that's not real. No. Pink background. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This is crazy every single time. Every single time I see a clip of this guy. Like, bro, they have to stop. This is the new Hollywood psyop. It's crazy.
Co-stars. Again, fans have made cuts where he is nicely touching.
That was a really long kiss. Look how long his lips stay on her hand. Oh.
He interacts with female co-stars.
2,
Again,
3,
fans have made
4,
cuts where he
5,
is nicely touching.
6 seconds, bro.
Female actresses kissing their hands or touching them.
Why is he doing this?
On the arm. And I feel like people...
He's just one of the girls. He's just one of the girls.
Need to pick a lane with this one. If this were any other man...
All right, this is crazy.
Touching women like this would incite lots of women online. They would call it predatory.
What is happening? Oh.
Creepy. But because of Pedro Pascal's soft, effeminate behavior, this is suddenly fine. He's like gay best friend adjacent. And the thing to me, at least, is that while the majority of these women in these videos are single, some of the ones that he's done this to are not. And I think that adds an extra level of inappropriateness.
I would agree,
Just to be clear, I think there is certainly a way for men to be kind and loving and supportive of the...
Absolutely. I'm a kind, loving, supportive guy. But I don't sit there and literally cry and schmorkel to everybody about how loving and kind and supportive I am. Okay? Being kind and supportive doesn't mean you walk up to random women on the street, compliment them on their nails, and kiss their hand for 6 seconds.
The women around them. But I don't think that necessarily involves being all over them in a public or even private setting. And all of this extends to his pretend humility.
Oh, that turtleneck is diabolical.
Too. Pascal presents himself as a person who is shocked by his success. He said as much actually in his new Vanity Fair interview.
Yeah, America saved your life. America did it for you because America's fucking awesome.
But then you see him do it.
And then he does like the most anti-American shit of all time.
Things to get deliberate sound bites or lean into internet lore. You actually see...
Wait. Does he buttoned his top button? Again, I'm not a fashion guy. I don't care, but like, bro. This is the image he's selling, man.
To get deliberate
But
sound bites.
this is a Hassan chatter.
Or lean into internet lore. You actually see him doing this a lot with the daddy thing.
What is the heel on his boot?
Repeating it himself in interviews.
I am your cool slutty daddy.
Silver daddy. Emoji.
I'm a bigger daddy
The silver daddy emoji, what?
than him. I'm older than him. Although he's a real daddy. He's got kids and I don't.
So let me get this straight. The manufactured masculinity for silver daddy over here has no children either, right? The internet daddy, the new daddy of America, has no kids. Shocking! Shocking! Wow! That is, by the way, in my opinion, again, you have every right to do whatever you want with your life. It's not my business at all. However, do you know what is? You know what is my opinion? My opinion is, the pinnacle of masculinity is a dude with a family that loves him, that he supports, that respects him. Okay? That is, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's masculinity. Masculinity isn't the internet daddy that has no kids, that's, you know, the opposite of anything I would consider masculine.
But daddy is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying?
What is this voice? Daddy is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying?
I'm your daddy.
During his Vanity Fair lie detector video, he admitted that he looks himself up on social media and thinks he's a heartthrob, which is like, what?
You're also very active with fans on Twitter. Do you search for your name?
Yes!
I find the laughing so not real that it it makes me uncomfortable. I feel like I'm...
It's almost like he's a fake bitch. He's not a real person.
Ugh. For me, this has been one big adventure in discomfort. He posts pictures with captions acknowledging that he's everywhere because he knows what is happening and he loves it. Nothing about this guy is genuinely authentic and humble, at least in my opinion. Lastly, and I'm not super sure where this fits, so I'm just gonna put it here, let's talk about Pedro Pascal and his asylum story. Pascal...
Oh shit, I was ready for this. I need the fake backstory on this guy immediately.
Routinely paints his family as fleeing Chile because their lives were in danger, when I think the truth of the matter is far less dramatic. In his 2023 SNL
purple shirt
monologue, Pascal got very teary talking about his family escaping the country when he was 9 months old. He says his dad, Jose, was treated as a resistance member, so they had to climb into the Venezuelan embassy, get asylum in Denmark, and then move to the US as refugees. But there is lots of evidence that suggests that his family were very well connected and certainly not impoverished.
No shot. No shot. He has a fake AOC backstory. Pedro's family were Chilean aristocrats that ruled their country at one point.
His dad was a fertility doctor with a very shady history.
No. No! 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 A fertility doctor that pled guilty for tax fraud? He's making believe there's some resistance members that were being prosecuted?
He has been fined $1.2 million for tax evasion and fraud. God. He allegedly cooked the books and then fled to the US, dodging charges but getting barred from practicing medicine in Chile. He's also linked to some other crazy stuff like stealing embryos and implanting them in women. Other crazy stuff like stealing embryos and implanting them in women.
That has to be a conspiracy theory. There's no way there's any evidence to this, right? I would have heard of this story. Hold on. Wait a second. Whoa. Is there any evidence that Pedro Pascal, right? It's Pedro Pascal's dad stole embryos. I don't even know what to say. Did I spell that wrong? Yes. And implanted them in women. There's no way this is real. Oh, you're an actor? Why don't you act like a normal person? Yes! There is evidence that Pedro Pascal's father, Dr. Jose Balamanceda, he didn't take his father's name, was involved in a significant fertility scandal in the 1990s in the University of California. Here's a summary of evidence. Allegations in 1995. Jose Balamanceda, along with his colleagues Ricardo Ash and Sergio Stone, were accused of stealing eggs and embryos from patients in a fertility clinic and implanting them into other women without consent. What the fuck? Bro! That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god, how do you save that for the end? How did you not start? How did you not lead with this, bro? How did you not lead with I told you there were some crimes coming up. I had no idea. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Without their consent and just a whole heap of stuff. So if you are interested in this, I absolutely recommend looking into it because you will find some very weird stories. Point is,
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I'm just completely floored that that's part of this. And he's listing this tragic backstory, bro. This tragic backstory, him and his family, just people trying to live their lives. Poor people. Chased down by the evil, tyrannical government. Chased them in. They found a new life. A new life in America. Wow, dude. You don't understand. I'm actually in shock. I am actually in shock.
I feel like Pedro Pascal has whitewashed his own family history in order to better sell this victim narrative.
Yep.
Because let's be real, nobody wants to hear about some family patriarch who committed tax fraud and then stole a bunch of babies.
Nope, no one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear Pedro Pascal saying, you see, the reason why I am so empathetic is because my father was a very rich man that escaped the country after committing tax fraud and came to America and then stole a bunch of babies and implanted them into women without consent. He's cool. I'm just like him. Except I'm empathetic. I have empathy.
It's nowhere near as appealing as a sad refugee story. So you guys get the picture. I had a bunch of clips that I wanted to include, but I had a feeling that they would get me copyright claims, so I have left them out of this video, unfortunately, but hopefully what I have included has given you a little bit of a picture of what I'm talking about here. I guess the bottom line is that I am probably not the Pedro Pascal target audience, which is...
Yeah, the target audience for Pedro Pascal is liberal white women. That is the target. That is the entire target audience. It's liberal white women on TikTok. That is the target audience. Absolutely. There is no other audience.
Odd, given that I am female and probably around the correct age. So in saying that, it's probably understandable that I don't like this bizarre attempt to...
Karens. His audience is Karens. That is his audience. I'm not even shitting you. He is the target demographic for Pedro Pascal is Karens. That is the target audience.
Reinvent masculinity around him. I don't like the fact that he is everywhere. I don't like the fact he is being forced upon my consciousness. I don't like all of these contrived, manufactured write-ups about him. I don't like any of it. And I will say...
I think it's a psyop. I think it's a gigantic Hollywood psyop to try to manipulate people into thinking that this is what masculinity is, and that this is the type of person you need to be. He is the final boss of Karens. I really think that it's a giant maneuver.
It is obviously completely cool if you totally disagree with me here and you like him and you think that he's handsome and attractive and you like the way that he presents himself and the things he does. You are absolutely entitled to those opinions and I won't hold them against you. It's okay if you're a fan of him. I am just not. And a lot of people are not. And honestly,
yeah, I don't care if you're a fan of him. I don't care. Like, here's the thing. I really believe in separating the art from the artist. I still think that he was a really great actor in Game of Thrones. I heard that he's good also in the fuck, what's that other show? Narcos, thank you. I heard that he's really good in Narcos as well. So I don't actually care. Again, you could enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. Listen, I don't give a shit. What I do have to say is that his online reputation, his personality, is propaganda. It's absolutely fake propaganda. I have no respect for him as a person, even though I do have respect for his craft. Okay, these are two completely different things, and it's very easy for me to differentiate these things in my mind. I really believe that. Like, dude, Bill Cosby is a disgusting shitbag, but his stand-up comedy was funny. You could definitely recognize these two things at the same time.
Honestly, I am sick and tired of seeing him everywhere. It's also totally okay to not fit this perfect male masculine archetype. It definitely takes all sorts, and it's perfectly acceptable to not fit into any one specific box. But with that being said, I am just not okay with masculinity being presented through the Pedro Pascal.
Dude, the craziest analogy, the craziest analogy of all time. Listen, aside from the Hail Hitler song, Kanye West is pretty cool.
Pascal lens, because to be honest with you, I think on a long enough timeline, something about this guy is going to come out.
Yeah, absolutely. Something's got to come out. He laundered his entire personality. It's all fake. He's all fake. He's playing a character every day of his life. It's got to come out. Absolutely. And I will be there to say told you so when it happens.
And all of this
I agree.
faux interest in him is going to seem very silly.
Yeah, because I do think a lot of the hype about Pedro Pascal is not real. It's really not. Like, they're trying their best to make him the new pinnacle of masculinity. And what could I say? What could I say? The real pinnacle of masculinity? Let me show you the real pinnacle of masculinity. Let me show you an image of the real pinnacle of masculinity. Probably the most masculine man of all time. I will show it to you. This is the most masculine character ever presented. That's my goat right there. This is the most masculine dude. He lost his son in the war, and he kept fighting. He kept fighting. He lost his wife. He didn't care. His nephew was in trouble. He accepted banishment for his nephew. He accepted banishment to raise his nephew and turn him into something. And he gave all of the tools to his nephew that his nephew needed. All right? That his nephew needed to overcome the crazy shit that was thrown at him. All right? And his nephew was able to overcome all of that and succeed and make something of himself. That is masculinity. That is peak masculinity, baby. 100%. Did he not have his own kids? He did, and they were murdered in a war. And it broke his heart, and he kept fighting. Yeah, that's right. That is peak masculinity.
In the end. So ultimately, I am very much looking forward to this bizarre trend around this man coming to an end, and I hope that that end comes very soon, because like many of you, I am fatigued. Now on that note, and before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder, check out Fume using the link in the description. I love Fume, they have been a major supporter of this channel, so if you are looking to replace a bad habit that you might all of us. You've been glad that men are being much more sensitive in a more public way. What do you think of the way that he interacts with women? Does it give you the ick? Does it sort of rub you the wrong way, make you feel uncomfortable?
I think
or do you think, hey, that's actually really nice? Once again, I wish more men did that. And what do you generally make of this issue overall? As always, if you have made it this far in the video, congratulations. I always like having you along.
It was a great video. That was a really good video. Holy shit.
And you're not subscribed already and you would like to see more of me,
I will be linking her in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Let's up those numbers. All right, let's up those numbers. As a wise man once said,
That's dangerous. Let's up those numbers!
Definitely subscribe, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. I will see you in the next one where we make fun of more retards. That's what we do here. We make fun of retards. Because they're retards. That's it. It's a simple task. We make fun of retards because the world needs to know how retarded they all actually are. I'll see you in the next one, gamers. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.